respects.
Not your day, eh?
You bloody
How's it
thief!
going?
To hell with you!
I expect that's not very comfortable on your back.
Fuck my back, I can hardly feel it anymore. But recently some joker passed by and put a dead fish in my breeches.
What did you do?
Nothing!
Really?
Were you expecting a different answer?
You're always welcome here. The honest will be reformed.
So you don't end
Criminals
up here too.
hanged. My respects.
Stop that whistling.
Quick! Ja! Go! Ka! Quick! Go! Quick! Ka! Quick! Ka! Keep it up. Quick. Go! Ja!
You again? Didn't I tell you to get lost if you didn't want your ass kicked?
The Miskovitz blacksmith sent me with some horseshoes. He said they'd come in handy in the camp.
All right, you can go in, but no messing about.
Greetings. What would you like?
What's a priest doing in a military camp?
Whatever he can, my son. Whatever he can.
Do you serve mass like other priests?
I serve Mass and give blessings just like my brothers in churches and parishes. I can also officiate at marriages and administer last rites. I reckon you can guess which is more common here.
Do you care for the wounded? Priests and monks do that sometimes, don't they?
Nothing like that. We have blacksmiths and bathmaids for that here. And if something happens to the nobles, we have good surgeons. And then there's that learned foreigner. Bah!
Does something seem strange about him to you?
That foreigner may understand medicine, but he worships a foreign god. He prays to him on the ground several times a day. He doesn't drink ale, only rarely eats meat, yet he can't keep his eyes off our women.
Who's the foreigner?
His name is Musa, and he says he comes ex-Africa. You can't miss him. He's as different from us as a man can be.
Do you take part in the fighting?
Vivere militare est. But no, I'm a chaplain, not a warrior. But no matter if you're a beggar or a lord, there's no way to escape the horrors. And in a place like this, it's easy for people to forget about God, or at least start to doubt.
Do you serve King Sigismund directly?
I serve our Lord, but the king sometimes calls on me for confession.
What could the king possibly have to confess?
You don't actually expect me to tell you that, do you? That's between me, the king, et Domine Noster. God be with you.
Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Greetings.
I heard you have some work for a blacksmith.
That I do. But you'd have to manage more than pounding iron with a hammer. How important is it for you when working to not get dirty?
Let's just say I sometimes get a little dirt under my nails, if you get my meaning.
Very good. Let's cut to the chase then. I need you to bring me something, so that the owner of that thing does not notice you have borrowed it. Interested?
First, I want to know exactly what you want me to do.
As I said, I need you to bring me something. Nobody must know, and nobody must see you.
Yeah, I understand that. But what do I have to get, and from where?
Basan, one of the Cuman dogs around here, has recently acquired a very lovely sword. It's called the Absolver. He got it as ransom for some knight he took captive during the conquest of Kuttenberg. You yourself must admit that such a weapon has no business being in the filthy paws of those pagans. When they don't even know how to use it. Now if I had a sword like that...
But humans aren't pagans.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you. They're Christians, just like you and me. Did you ever speak with them?
Do you think I understand their tongue? And that doesn't change anything anyway. I want that sword and that's the end of it.
So what do you need a blacksmith for?
You know, I'd hate for Bassan to notice his sword is gone. Can you imagine what that cumin vermin would do to me? But if you could get a good look at it, you could bring it to me and leave Bassan with a replica.
A replica?
Of course. Made of some soft iron, with coloured glass instead of gemstones. Just for looks. Bassan won't notice the difference anyway. What do you say?
Fine. I'm in. Where can I find this Bassan?
Here in the camp, naturally. You'll go to the tournament enclosure, and on the left behind it, you'll find his tent. It's white with green trim along the top.
That sounds fairly easy.
That may be, but you don't need to dawdle. Run along, and watch out for Bassan. It was good to see you, my friend.
What do you need, sir?
You're a Cuman, aren't you? Where'd you learn our language so well?
I used to accompany merchants who rode from here up north to Germany. I earned some good money and picked up a lot of it along the way.
And why'd you stop?
Those merchants sold goods they came by, well, dishonestly. And they got found out eventually, but I got lucky in the end. I'm good with a bow, so they gave me a choice. The gallows or the army. It wasn't a hard choice.
I'll have a look at...
And to your liking, sir? Good day to you.
It's just you.
Hey, you're not allowed here. That's right. But if anything's gone missing here, then you're in for it.
Lord be with you. What do you need?
I'm going to see Farkash. Do you know where I might find him?
I have no idea, but Chaplain Bottlemil or that foreign barber surgeon might know. Or Millada in the bathhouse. She knows everything. Care, sir.
But just the same, every change here is welcome. You're right. I'm sick of that hearing.
So will it be the usual? I mean, I know I'm there every chance I get. But they have to remind me of it.
So, ask for the new girl next time.
Honey!
God bless you, sir.
Would you help me out? I'm looking for someone.
That depends. Who are you looking for?
Victoria. A girl from Miskovitz. They send her up here with goods from the smithy.
You'll have to ask the blacksmith. The smithy is opposite the entrance in the upper part of the camp. If you don't see it, you'll hear it at least. You can't miss the banging of the hammer.
Thanks a lot. I'll ask him.
Well, my friend.
What can I do for you?
Let's talk about the... Do we have it?
You final. Excellent. What'll it...
I'll have a look.
I hope you find...
Does the name Victoria mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
She's a girl from Miskovitz. I heard she comes up here to sell things.
Ah, I know who you mean. Aye. There's a girl who shows up here every now and again. I'm no good with names, but Victoria sounds familiar.
Who did she know best around here?
She got along with the merchants, but I'd say she fancied Black the most.
Who?
A soldier from the provisioning unit. I'd say her business dealings were more of an excuse to meet with him.
Where can I find this soldier Black?
He's lying in the infirmary. He's got gut ache, and you can hear him howling halfway across the camp.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
What are you doing here? Get going, or you'll get it!
I'm looking for...
Near Shator? Tent?
Which tent belongs to Laszlo?
Big one. In front of there is guard.
What does Laszlo look like?
Where's his fekete?
Uh-huh. And what would that mean?
Where's like blood? His fekete like night.
Ah, colours. So he's wearing red and black?
Again.
Thanks. That'll do. Is this Laszlo
Farkas Laszlo báró.
Excellent. May I go inside?
Nem. Nincs a sátorban.
Ah, I see. He's not there. Then where is he?
Valahol ott.
Well, thanks then.
Breed horses with huge ears and birds born. There's a land all covered with snow and rocks, where it's always night and green stars shine in the sky. There, I saw some strange water monks who had fins instead of legs. Fleshy cows on their heads. If you want to hear more, give me a word.
Wow, that's nice now.
Ooh. Still. How can I help?
You certainly know about everything that goes on here in the camp, right?
Of course. The bathhouse is like a second confessional. But instead of prayers and fasting, our sinners can expect wine and wenches.
I need to ask about a matter that's rather, delicate.
I hope it's nothing too vulgar.
No, nothing like that. But I'd appreciate if it stayed between the two of us. I'm here to negotiate the release of a captured knight. But the whole thing seems fishy. I need to make sure the right man is being held captive here.
I understand, but I can't give you much advice. When I went to see the blacksmith with some herbs for back pain, I passed a tent with two men standing in front of it. Someone inside was groaning and moaning. I thought someone had dragged one of my girls in there. I wanted to go in and give him hell, but those two wouldn't let me in. They said it was none of my business and I should be on my merry way. I thought it was suspicious.
I'll be sure to go there.
Good day to you.
Good day.
May God... give you help, sir.
Prancing around in new clothes and can afford meat? How could God let this happen?
You have to believe that this is all part of God's plan. He tests each of us in different ways.
But why the hell does he have to test me with dice?
Dice?
I go and play at the tavern after work, but I've had nothing but bad fucking luck for months now.
You're in church.
Sorry, awful luck.
What if you went home after work instead of playing dice and devoted yourself to prayer? You'll see that you'll have more money soon enough.
Well, it sounds like a load of shit, but I reckon I could give it a try.
Mary said...
Do they allow prisoners here in the camp to go to confession?
That's a very strange question. Why do you ask?
I'm just curious to know how they treat prisoners. Be they friend or foe. It would be cruel to deny them the chance to confess before God.
That's quite right. If a prisoner asked to make a confession, I'd be glad to speak with him, but we hardly ever have the privacy for that. There are always guards in front of the tent, and there are ears everywhere.
And cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection.
Christ almighty. Are you alright, sir?
Here we go again.
It's just that you look...
Muscular, wise, wealthy.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know what you meant. I have had this conversation at least 100 times. Have you never heard of Prester John or the Christian kingdom of Axum?
Yes. Our parish priest talked about that.
Tell me then, how the people in those stories are described. Not exactly like you. Am I right?
But I thought that was just...
So you see, it is not. Musa of Mali is my name. Scholar, explorer, and physician. I run the camp infirmary.
My name is Henry, sir.
Welcome then, Henry. Do you need anything?
You said you're an explorer?
I did indeed. From Timbuktu, I went to Holy Mecca. From the Emirate of Granada to Venice. And from there to the court of Sultan Bayezid of the Osmans. Until I ended up at the court of King Sigismund.
Where is this Mali? And what's it like?
Similar to your country, yet completely different. You mine silver, we gold. But in our country, it would never happen that we allow foreigners into our mines. Overall, it is safer in our country. Nobody will waylay you on your journey. And we treat women with greater respect and set great store by learning.
Well, it's not all that bad here, though, is it?
I admit that there are some things I envy you for. Like what you can do with stone.
And how do you like Bohemia?
Do you want to hear the truth? Or should I praise it to high heaven?
The truth. You don't need to spare my feelings.
Then, all I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen of your country. And that has not made much of an impression on me. But there is still time. Perhaps I will have the good fortune to see more beautiful sights.
What is Mecca like? I've heard people from all over the world go there.
Mainly followers of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Praise be his name. But the journey is dangerous. I was robbed and arrived in the city as a pauper. Fortunately, I was helped by a couple of my compatriots. But even so, I did not spend long there. Let us say that I was foolish then, and foreign customs took me by surprise. I went to Cairo, where I learned geography and law, so that I would be better prepared the next time. But I never went back to Mecca.
Why not?
I would rather not talk about this, my friend. All I can say is that there are a few rich men and their beautiful wives who I do not want to meet again.
You were in Granada? Where is that?
Go west from here until you reach the sea. Then south to a place called Peninsula Iberica. But I would not go there if I were you. The magnificent Alhambra Palace is forbidden to Christians like you. It is a pity in any case. Such a beautiful and rich country, yet bathed in so much blood.
Blood?
Yes. Sultan Mohammed must constantly repel attacks from the north. That is why I started studying physics, in fact. I wanted to make an impression on the Sultan because swords and cannons are not for me. Let others cut off heads. I can sew them back on again.
Where is Venice, in fact?
You do not know, my friend? Educate yourself a little. It is not far from here, on the other side of the Alps. Remember that learning is like a garden. If you do not tend it, it cannot bear fruit. Venice is an incredible city that floats on the sea, like a huge stone ship. People from all over the world go there to trade. I help them as a translator, especially for Christian envoys from Ethiopia on a pilgrimage to Rome. If only you could have seen their glorious arrival in the city. Their procession stretched from the port to the city center, and they had live leopards as a gift for the king of Venice. But I did not stay long. I, who was accustomed to the Sultan's court, being asked to live among sailors? Out of the question.
How did you come to be with the Osmans?
By complete chance. In Venice, I joined an expedition that was heading to India, but we were attacked by pirates. Fortunately, I was saved by Sultan Bayezid's warship, though it did not seem like good fortune at the time. You must understand that there are not many of my countrymen among the Osmans. The last time was probably in the days of Mansa Musa, but the Sultan soon found out that I had lived among Europeans, and I could talk to all the envoys who came to him, so I became useful.
So why didn't you stay there?
Because we were about to be overwhelmed by the Golden Horde, led by the butcher named Timur. I had quite enough of war in Granada, so when envoys from Hungary came to the Sultan, I managed to persuade them to take me away with them.
What's Sigismund's court like?
I would also like to know that, my friend. But I am stuck here. One would think that the king would value physicians and sages who have traveled the world. But no. He did not even make me his personal physician. He prefers to trust your quacks and sent me here.
It's reckless to speak about Sigismund like that.
I do not think so, my friend, since it is unlikely you will ever get a chance to complain to him.
Why did you leave your country of birth?
That is a very personal question. And we are not now.
I'm new to the camp, if you don't have too much work.
Well, I suppose it will be all right. At least I can practice your language. You use some strange phrases, you know? But that does not matter now. Let us go. So, as you have no doubt realized, this is my infirmary. One part for operating on the wounded, another for the sick, my alchemist bench, water, nothing out of the ordinary. Come on, let us walk outside. I am sorry that I cannot show you more, but I am sure you understand that there is not much to see. One is almost ashamed to call it an infirmary. Do you not think?
That's true. I thought King Sigismund would take better care of his wounded men.
Unfortunately for them, my friend, I suppose he has bigger problems than keeping his army healthy and fighting fit.
It's lucky he sent an expert like you here, though.
Was that praise or an insult? I cannot tell. I do not think it fortunate in any case. Someone with my knowledge, and all I do is treat diarrhea and broken bones.
A camp like this is a waste of your... facilities. An uneducated orderly could take care of the handful of sick people here.
And you would like to take over from me? Hmm?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
All right.
If you want to hear more, give me a groschen or two. I won't even turn down a bit of soup.
May God give you health, sir.
And over there is our bathhouse. It is not a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I mean, the women, of course. Not this filthy place. A man should keep reminding himself that zina, what you call fornication, is a shameful deed, opening the road to other evils. By the way, what about you and women, my friend?
Well, there's one
Always
here.
welcome here, noble sir.
But I'd rather not talk about that.
Why? Are you afraid that I will steal her from you?
No, it's not that, but... Well, I'm still not sure if she likes me as much as I like her.
I am sure she does. You will see. That is the way of the world. Our Lord Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, creates us in Paris and grants us love in our hearts, so that we may love another.
So are you married, sir?
For me.
Since you say how wonderful it is.
No, not yet. What woman would want to spend her life traveling with me? But being single does not permit sinning with any girl who takes your fancy. Remember that. Fortunately, a man can help himself in his hour of need. At least if he thereby prevents a worse sin. By the way, your chosen one. Is she pretty?
To hell with beauty. She's kind, and she likes me. That's the main thing.
Ah, you have chosen wisely, my friend. So, in this part of the camp, you see the tents of various mercenaries from Germany, Poland, Hungary. In short, everyone who came to fill their pockets. You can have items repaired by the smith, and if you're hungry, the kitchen is over there. The food will please you more than me, I think. Treating meat in that way. I simply cannot eat it. Do you know where the food is truly great? In Granada. So much fruit, sweet pastries, fish. In one banquet, the cooks use more spices than your entire country in a year.
You've been to Granada?
In the court of Sultan Muhammad VII himself. That is where I became a physician. That was when Granada was attacked by Martin Yanez de la Barbuda. And I did not want to die in some battle. So I found a safer way to be useful. You know, I have done a lot of traveling, my friend. From Timbuktu to Mecca. And from Granada to Venice. And now, here. But nowhere has the food been worse than here.
I'd like to try some foreign delicacy.
That will be difficult. The local inns serve nothing but porridge and old bread. But maybe you will see the world one day and find out that there are more flavors than just salt and honey. But your country is beautiful, all the same. And up here is where Katz's company of Pargay artillerymen are billeted.
May God
To the
give you
great
health,
displeasure
sir.
of everyone else in the camp. I must say, you can see why. It is the best spot, right next to the captain's. And when it rains, all the filth runs downhill to the Cumans and mercenaries areas. Here is the pillory. May Allah, the compassionate, ensure you never end up in it. And if you go around the hill, you will come to the camp shooting range. I recommend visiting it. The Cumans must be born with a bow in their hands. But I will not escort you that far, my friend. I do not like to leave the infirmary unattended for long. Alaka Anben.
I saw an arena in the camp. When will there be a tournament?
Firstly, I would not call it a tournament. Rather, mindless hacking. Not even a chogan is so terrible. And, to answer your question, there will not be any. The commanders wisely banned them.
Why did they ban the tourneys?
Because it went too far. Instead of matching skills, people settled scores with each other. They killed each other from rage and also from boredom. Since the tournament was banned, I have a lot less work with mending fractures.
What did you mean by mindless hacking? It's a tourney, isn't it?
Merely dumb violence for its own sake. It is not chivalrous like Phoresia.
What does that mean? Furiazia?
Phoresia, the skill set of an Arab warrior. Where I come from, every fighter must be able to ride a horse and take care of its injuries and illnesses. In addition, he should also be able to hold his own when fighting with a spear and a sword. And of course, excel in archery. And above all, he must not be a coward, but on the contrary, an honorable man.
Furiazia sounds to me like the chivalry of every good knight. Maybe with the exception of that horse medicine of yours.
Really?
But a good Christian knight should also know how to dance, play chess, and write poetry.
Very interesting. It is a pity. I have not met many like that. Those are all true wisdoms. Also in the name of Allah.
What's that chogan, then?
A riding game. Very hard and dangerous. 2 teams of riders with wooden mallets try to get a leather ball into the opponent's goal. Whoever does so more times wins.
And what's so dangerous about that?
When the mallet lands on your head. In any case, nothing teaches you how to ride a horse better than Shogun.
Do you know where prisoners are held in the camp?
Do you even know what you are asking about? Be glad none of the king's men can hear us.
That's why I'm asking you. I'm just curious, that's all.
Well, all right. Try looking above the smithy. But do not go anywhere you should not. And if they catch you, you never spoke to me.
Of course. Thank you. Are you the one they call Black?
I'm more like green just now.
But I need to talk to you.
And I need something for the pain. Can't you see I'm barely breathing?
Tell me exactly what's wrong with you.
My belly hurts. It's killing me. It's as if I'll burst at any moment or give birth to a calf. It's from the fucking pig swill they give us to eat here.
Maybe. Do you remember what the last thing you ate was?
What do you think? Some cold, watery slop from the kitchen. Like always.
Try and think about it again. I need to know details. Maybe someone wanted to poison you. But then again, maybe you did it yourself. Did you try and spice up that slop from the kitchen by adding something to it?
Jesus Christ, you're right. One fella brought some mushrooms from the forest. They looked fine, so we cut them up and added them to it. Do you think they were poisonous? They looked harmless. When we put them in the food, it was fit to eat.
Well, does it hurt when I press here?
Yes! I feel it here. Here. Oh!
It's no wonder. Your stomach's blown up like a bellows.
We put some mushrooms someone found in the... Oh!
It's obvious. If you want relief, you need an antidote.
But I can bet...
I have something for you.
Thank you. Oh, I can feel...
Well, are you better now?
Not yet.
No. To look at you, I'd say you're as fit as a fiddle. You're not as white as you were, Black.
I still feel like I got run over by a team of oxen, though. It'll be all right once I get a good meal in me. So, what did you want?
It's about Victoria, the girl from Miskovitz.
Christ almighty. That woman won't leave me alone. Now she sent someone to try and change my mind?
Well, I didn't come to change your mind. Why would I do that?
Well, she's tried practically everything. Complaining, screeching, threats, tears, but none of it worked.
And what was she trying to achieve?
Look, we had a bit of fun once or twice, but that was it. She just didn't get it.
But Victoria's missing. Her house is empty, and no one knows where she's gone.
What do you mean she's missing? Wait. Seriously?
As if the earth opened up and swallowed her. Seeing as you two used to meet up, you might have some idea where to look for her.
She didn't tell anyone? Not even the blacksmith's wife?
There was a pool of blood on the floor. I was shocked when I went into the hearth room.
She often said she didn't know what she'd do if I left. But I thought it was just the kind of thing girls say.
But what were you expecting? She's already in a tough situation, and you just made it worse. Get off your ass and do something.
I can't just prance right out of the camp. Unlike you. Not far from here to the east, there's a spot we used to meet. A small clearing in the forest, where there's a pair of big birches. She might be there.
Good. I'll look there. But I'm doing it for her, not for you. Got it?
I know. But bring her a message from me. Tell her she's a... stupid cow. I didn't force her to do anything, and now she's crying over spilt milk.
You're not a man. Hell, you're not even a human being. Maybe just a sack of shit without a grain of responsibility in you.
But...
Listen, and listen good, you pustule. Either you get yourself together and take care of that girl, or I'll see to it that your little bellyache will be the least of your worries.
All right. Don't get so carried away, I'll do it.
Damn right.
I'll never touch another mushroom again so long as I live.
Didn't see that coming, eh?
Bloody hit!
My sword. I'm not surprised they're fighting over it. To make the same might be easy.
Back down!
Good hit!
What do you need, sir?
Show Bloody hell. I'm overheating it. I better fuck it all up.
May God give you help, sir.
Sucker. I'm doing something wrong.
day to you, friend.
Good day.
What do you need?
Show me.
I'd like to do something.
Huh.
You see? Thank you, sir. And come again. What would you like?
Show me.
Huh? Nothing. Your liking, sir.
What are you here?
I'll have a...
I'd like to discuss. Do you
That's... I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
What can I do for you?
Sure.
I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
What would you like?
What do you have?
I hope you find what you're looking for. Next time, good sir.
Herrgott, it's not good. Well, this one's gonna need some more work. It'll be done in no time. brought you that sword.
And what about Basan? Did you...
Of course.
Very well.
Here you go.
The Absolver, isn't it?
Very.
What? Ah, well, here is your reward, just as we agreed.
Thank you very much.
I'd rather not, friend. Just take care. Farewell. Good day to you.
I brought you that.
And what about...
Ah, confound it. I knew it.
And what the hell are you still doing? Farewell.
All right.
The Absol isn't...
Very.
What? Well...
Thank you very much.
I'd rather take care. Farewell.
At your service, sir.
Good.
It's done. No one will ever know it's a replica.
Good afternoon.
I brought you that.
And what about Bas?
Of course.
Fantastic.
Here you go.
The Absolver, isn't it?
Very.
What? Well...
Thank you very much.
I'd rather take care. Farewell, sir.
What in the devil are you doing here?
Are you Sir Peter of Sukadleski?
No, I'm not. I'm Hinek of Hobzer.
Oh, Sakra. I'll have to keep looking.
Wait! That name sounds familiar, though. But I'm as hungry as a wolf. If you bring me some...
Listen, I need to find... I'm here on behalf of his brother, yeah?
Wait, someone really came for him? Well, that's a different story. There was someone else here with me, also a knight. But whether he's this Peter of yours, I don't know.
Where is he now?
With the Lord.
You mean he's dead?
Aye, a few days ago it was.
If it was Peter of Sukutleski, I'm in serious trouble. You really don't remember his name? He must have introduced himself to you.
Him? Not a chance. He was fading fast when they brought him in. He was in pain and barely said half a dozen words. When he began to be delirious, I knew it wouldn't end well.
I have to find him. What did they do with the body?
They took it away. I heard them say they got hold of a cart to haul the corpse away.
Where do they want to take him?
How am I supposed to know? Away, as quick as possible. No matter what killed him, they don't want word getting out. They're even treating me as if I'll croak at any moment.
Sorry to hear that, but could you get to the point?
The carts are down by the horses. I hope you'll excuse me for not accompanying you.
That's not good news. What's going to happen to you?
I'm waiting to be exchanged. My honourable jailer has demanded a large sum of money, and on top of that, the hand of my sister. I had no idea I was worth so much. I hope my wife appreciates me more when I finally get home.
I could help you get out of here if you want.
Save your energy. My father is already on his way. He'll be here in a few days. If I take off now, I'd just make more trouble. No, I'll just sit here until they barter me off like a bushel of oats. That is, if I don't starve to death first.
I better get going.
I'm at your service, sir. What do you need?
Show me. Let's talk about... How's this?
You must... Fine. Happy to be of service, sir. What do you need?
The bath maids in a military camp must be on their toes all the time, eh?
You can say that again. My girls don't even get a moment's rest all day long. Sometimes I have to drive those randy blokes off with a broom so they can eat and drink in peace.
So the baths bring in the coin?
Not so much, unfortunately. Nobody's battling. Those blokes have nothing to do, and they're running wild. And that's nothing but trouble. They get in fights amongst each other.
Who's causing trouble?
Everybody. But the Hungarians and Cumans most of all. None of us understand their gibberish. When they're in a good mood and have some coin, they can even be quite nice. Then the girls even enjoy taking care of them. But when they're thirsty and skint, they're like animals.
Do the nobles from the upper camp come here too?
Everyone comes here. But we do like seeing the nobles more, because they pay well. And they like taking two girls at once.
And do they at least pay twice as much then?
Oh, do they ever? When the girls really make an effort, even 3 times as much.
I'd like to use...
Certainly.
I'd like you to give...
All right.
I'll gladly...
You
I'm at your service, sir. God be with you. Good day. What did I come here for? Oh well.
My humble respects.
Yeah, this is definitely Peter. Jan's not going to be happy about this. Sir Laszlo Farkas?
Yes?
I'm here on behalf of Sir Jan of Sukadleski. My task is to negotiate with you the terms for the release of his brother, Knight Peter.
Really?
He gave me a letter with his seal. Here.
Huh. Very well.
Can we discuss the matter?
Certainly. But please allow me one question. Why has Jan sent an intermediary to handle such an important affair?
Well, since he came all the way here, there are some other matters he'd like to deal with. His brother's captivity is just an unpleasant hold for him that he'd like to get over and done with. Once we come to an agreement here, I'll see him at the inn by the oak to inform him.
I see. Personally, I too would like to close this matter quickly. I think it is in the interest of us both. So, let us begin.
Let's talk about the ransom.
Let us be sincere with each other. Jan knew beforehand how much coin I would want for the night, but he still sent you here to haggle. But there is one more thing to negotiate about. The knight's armor and weapons. If I return them, I want to get at least a fraction of their worth.
As far as I know, Ransom isn't paid for a captive's gear. Jan wants him back in the same state as you took him, sir.
Very well. Have it your way.
Where will the hand...
Once you pay the ransom, you can come and get Peter of Su...
We'd rather do the handover on neutral...
Your master has given you exact instructions. What is your...
Why don't you invite the knight to the tavern by the oak? There'll be plenty of witnesses there.
Where in the name of God did Jan dig you up? I do not intend to deal with... I know of on the hill between Miskovitz and Horschen. There is a meal. It is visible from... We will have peace and quiet up there, and no one will be able to...
Sounds good to me.
Once you leave, send the boy from the inn to the camp. He delivers supplies.
I'd like to see the...
Out of the...
Why?
What is the meaning of this? Do you dare suggest I do...
No.
I am going to pretend I did not hear that comment.
That should be everything. I saw Peter's body. Liar!
Keep your voice down, or I will call my men.
Who killed Peter of Sukotleski?
The Grim Reaper. He died of fever a few days ago. The Sobons had a look at him, but could not do anything. You do not have to believe me, but I'm telling you this to show I am not hiding anything from you.
Very well.
What would you like?
The truth, obviously.
Fine, as you wish. I assume Jan will... He came for his brother. And his brother he...
But...
No, we should not. The price and handover location will stay the same, so there is no need to keep me any longer.
And your tender little hand.
You're Victoria, right?
And who are you?
No one important. Well, it all started like this. I was supposed to bring you some horseshoes, but then...
I'm not interested in any damn horseshoes.
Wait, though. In short, I'm Henry. Black sent me to talk to you. Oh, and so did Martha from Miskovitz. They're worried something happened to you because you vanished all of a sudden. I'll accompany you back home, all right?
I don't want to go back there. Nothing good ever happened to me in that house. I want to stay with my Black. Where is he? Why didn't he come himself?
Because he's lying in the infirmary. But you don't need to worry. He'll be all right soon. I know what happened to you. I was at your house and saw, well, everything. I'm sorry, but this is no solution.
You have no idea what's going on. You don't know me at all.
Then tell me what happened. Maybe I can help you somehow. After all, talking about it will help you feel better. Things aren't as bad as they seem.
Well, you already know that me and Black used to meet. But he changes his mind like the wind. First he says he wants to be with me, then that he's a soldier of the king and serving him as his priority. There's gossip in the village that I'm the camp whore who'll sleep with anyone for a handful of grain. Whenever I left to go up there, they'd shout at me not to come back. And then I found out that I'm with child.
And Black is the father of your child?
Of course. The villagers think I sleep with half the camp, but it can't be anyone else's but his, as God is my witness.
And that blood on the floor in your house?
I was desperate. I picked some herbs to make a decoction to get rid of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I said to myself, I'd rather die with my child than kill it and go on living.
So you cut yourself?
Yes, with a knife. I cut myself once or twice, but once I felt the pain and saw the blood, I came to my senses. I wiped off the blood with an apron and my skirt, but it was everywhere. I couldn't bear to look at it, so I ran away. Here.
Thanks for confiding in me. You've had a difficult time.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Please tell me what you know about my Black.
You know what would be best? If you just forgot about Black and everything that happened between you two.
Seriously? Why?
Because he might have promised you the moon, but all he really wanted to do was have a bit of fun. He told me himself he's not interested in you.
What? But...
Well, you're not going to let this destroy you, are you? He's just scum.
You might be right. I've already lost one man. I'm not going to cry over another who doesn't even deserve it. For a while, I started to believe I'd no longer have to live hand to mouth, to do the worst work imaginable just to get a few crumbs. And now I should settle for one of those village donkeys. I can barely feed myself, let alone anyone else.
Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe it'd be best if you simply left the village. There's nothing keeping you there.
But I don't have anywhere else to go.
I might know of a place.
Oh? Where would that be?
Not far from here is a tavern. It's called the Devil's Den. I'm sure they'd find work for you there, and nobody will be interested in your history.
I've heard of that place, and what I've heard wasn't very nice. Thieves and poachers hang out there.
Well, it's not a place fit for a royal banquet, but if you weren't afraid in a camp full of soldiers, you'll be fine there. All they'll want you to do is serve cold beer and hot food. You just have to be a little careful. Don't let them push you around, and you'll be in no danger.
I know how to put my foot down. I'm not afraid of hard work. And right now, some hot food and a dry place to sleep are all I need to be happy.
So you don't want to go back to Miskovitz?
Just once, for the last time. I'll get a few things, and once a wagon goes by, I'll take a ride to the Devil's Den. And when the baby arrives, well, we'll make do somehow.
I'm glad to hear that. Good luck, Victoria.
Ka! Ka! Quick! Quick! Ka! Ka! What's going on? Damn it! I thought...
Whoa!
Hey, good man. I need to speak with you. Hey!
What are you doing hanging around here, old man?
Not entirely. I'm Sejezek of Holohlavie.
And I'm Henry.
Well, Henry, I'm terribly sorry.
What?
Please don't make it harder for me than it already is, and surrender...
Hold on. Maybe we can do this without anyone getting robbed. Can we talk this through?
Make it quick, though. My life is slipping away, and the sooner this unpleasantness ends, the better.
What kind of peculiar robber are you?
Robber? How dare you insult me so?
What else should I call you?
I am a man of honor. Only I've been a bit down on my luck recently.
So it seems. Even this ambush isn't working out too well for you. What you were shouting at me sounded more like rather rude begging for alms.
And what was I supposed to say?
Your money or your life? That usually does the trick.
But I don't want to take your life. I just want money.
Can't you find some fucking other way to earn coin? You said you're a knight, right? So go and serve some lord.
I'd have to get my horse and armor back first. Without them, I'm useless as a knight.
Someone stole your horse and gear? How?
It's a long story.
No matter. I have time enough.
I made my living through honourable service. Most recently as a mercenary in King Sigismund's service.
Well, the king certainly didn't pay badly. What went wrong?
Our unit was tasked with requisition supplies in Betschwar. It's a village not far from here. Zavish of Garbov, my commander, said the people were starting to cheat the army on supplies. So we were to reweigh and recount everything. And he was right. They were slipping sand into the flour sacks. And they were playing dumb about it. Zavish lost it. And the requisitioning turned into plundering.
Well, it's not pretty. But these people knew what they were up against. If they'd been honest...
Then they'd have nothing left. Wherever the requisitioning unit goes, even the mice starve. I went to Zavish to stop it. What's chivalrous about plundering and killing innocents? In the end, I challenged him to a duel. We wagered our honor, our armor, and our horses.
And you lost it all?
And with it, my place in the army.
Why did you wager everything in the first place? Is it some kind of knightly tradition?
Not always. It's a gesture to show that you really will defend your point of view at all costs.
It was noble of you to stand up for the common folk.
Perhaps. But you see the result. No good deed goes unpunished. Now, I'm trying to get enough coin to get my things back. And you seemed like a skilled fighter. That's why I chose you. If I must do something so despicable as robbing people, then at least they should be capable of defending themselves.
What if I tried to help you? I'll go to your commander and try to convince him to give it all back.
You'd do that for me?
Oh, I offered, didn't I? So, where can I find this man?
In Sigismund's camp. His name is Zavish of Garbov. He's got a rather inconspicuous tent above the camp kitchen. Hopefully you'll find...
And how will I recognize your things?
Of course, on my cuirass and on the caparison of my horse Gringolet. It's the same as I have on my shield here. A black raven with a ring in its beak on a yellow ground. If you get my things back from Zavish, come and see me in the tavern in Pshitok. They let me sleep in the hay there.
Quick!
Whoa!
Ka! Ka! Go! Just a bit further.
Hey! You nearly ran
Oh, go! fight.
Sure. Do you have money to bet?
Of course.
I'm glad to hear it. Sacre! I reckon I cut off more than I could chew.
Thanks for the fight.
Here's your bet, and a little on top. I don't like giving it up, and don't forget to go and see Tomlin. His jaw's gonna drop when he hears some...
From heaven. Now they only ache when there's a storm coming.
That's handy, isn't it?
Good day to you.
I beat all your men.
Well, I'm jiggered. But I'm in... Here you go. And in Kuttenberg, they fight in a tavern called the Hole in the Wall. The name suits it perfectly.
That sounds worse. Well,
Oh, by the way, Darling was looking for you. Go and see him. He'll be glad. It was good to see you, my friend.
hey, Tomlin. I ran into that Hensel.
That fucking so?
No. Bandit snatched it from him, and it ended up with some ladder down Suchtol way.
Ah, fuck shit. Look, Henry, I'm sorry I lied to you about the stone. I just didn't want word to get out. It had been...
Yeah, I get it.
I'm glad to hear. But speaking of the stone, it's still rightfully mine. It was me who found it. If you get your hands on it, you'll give it back, won't you? I'll make...
All right, I'll think about it. Assuming, of course, I find the stone in the...
Take care, friend.
Christ, pardon me.
Henry?
Do you need some...
Well, I wanted to...
Pray tell. What's it about?
You wouldn't want to have another bout, would you?
Right now?
Well, yeah.
Why? I already beat you.
Exactly. So I figured, but if Stanley saw me beat someone that kicked his ass, maybe he'd leave...
And do you think...
Well, that's just it.
Look, wouldn't you rather learn how to fight properly?
I don't know if it's a good idea.
Oh, you'll manage. Knocking someone's teeth out is actually pretty simple. And you've got the strength of 3 men. So there's nothing...
Well... Oof, I can't...
Me neither.
Do you think I stand a chance?
Definitely a better chance than if you pretended to beat me. I'm not saying you'll beat him to a pulp now, but at least you should...
Thanks, Emery.
You're welcome.
Hey, do you...
Of course I do.
Me too. I'll come see me in Grun sometime. I'll take care of the horses and hands.
You said you could...
Well, I don't know...
You take care of dogs and...
Aye, they're my favourite. They're kind, they don't hurt you, and when you're sad, they look at you with those big eyes of theirs.
You see? I'm sure you know...
Can I have a few groschen for my trouble?
Of course.
Thanks.
Well, how do you know when your horse is hurt?
That's easy. If you've got the...
I'd like to learn if...
Can I have a...
Of course.
Thanks.
And what if...
If you've got the...
Gah! Go! Go! Gah! Gah! Quick! Go! Quick!
Whoa!
You! Get out! Now!
All right. Just pretend I was never here.
Now! Or I'll start counting. What? You just crash in here? And with a weapon? What kinds of a man are 10? Now I'll kick your teeth in, fucker! Alert! To arms! Christ! Shit!
Intruder! Get over here!
Eh? I'll kill you!
quick!
God! God!
my respects.
Good day.
Same to you.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not too bad. It'd be better if it wasn't raining, though.
Good to see you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad, so far.
have you causing trouble here, laddie. Cough up some coin, or we'll report you to the bailiff.
I apologize, ma'am. I feel just awful about it. Trust me.
Very well, then. I'll be sure to remind you as soon as I need something. Yeah. Praise be to the Lord. Nothing's missing.
I'm looking for someone, and the innkeeper said you might be able to help.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man at arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
And the innkeeper sent you to me. How nice of him. As if the whole village didn't know already. Now he's going to tell everyone who just walks by. Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
On the contrary, they sent me to find him. He's a dangerous cutthroat. I have to catch him before he hurts more people.
Christ, is that really so? He's going to murder my old man. He and the other men dragged Ada out of the village, saying they'll kick his ass. But now I'm more worried about them.
I heard you had some affairs with the Pole.
I beg your pardon? Did the innkeeper tell you that? That lying old bastard?
So it's not true?
Of course it's not. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested. He was looking at me all night at the inn, but I avoided him. If my husband noticed anything, I'd be in big trouble. But he got so drunk he fell asleep on the table, and I couldn't wake him up. So I got up and went home alone. Ada must be damn quick, because he beat me home and waited for me at the door.
What did he want? Did he hurt you?
No, and I don't know what he wanted either. He was drunk, and since he doesn't speak our tongue, I couldn't understand him. Then he hiccuped, fell to the ground, and started snoring.
And what happened then?
He's a big man, so I couldn't move him. I just left him sleep there till morning. That's when my husband returned. And when he found him, he threw a fit. He thinks I had something with Ada. Me! Me, who has been loyal to him all these years. If he'd taken one good look at Ada, he'd have seen it wasn't even possible. Ada was still dead drunk in the morning.
And where will I find your husband, Ada, and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they'd take him, so that no one can see them.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
You said others went with your husband.
Aye, some men from the village.
How many of them?
How should I know? 3? Maybe 4?
And did they have weapons?
They're no soldiers, but they carried axes.
That sounds like even more trouble. I hope we can sort it out peacefully.
Please, tell me they won't get hurt. My old man put them up to it. It's not their fault.
Don't worry. If I can, I want to settle this peacefully. I'll at least give you... Here you go. A potion for the pain. It should help you quickly.
Thank you.
I better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up. See you later, my friend.
Whoa, whoa.
I've been hearing.
Good afternoon, sir.
What
Word about the...
How's this?
That's more like... Why? I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Enjoy the peace and quiet while it lasts.
Eggs! Was willst du?
I'll have a look at the...
What can you do, sir?
Maybe that's a bad feeling when nothing's going wrong.
I'll have a look... Let's talk about the... Well...
How's this?
You won't... You see? I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
What was that sound? What happened here? What is this racket here?
Where the hell are you?
Huh? I heard something.
Who goes there? You shouldn't be bothering us here. You don't have anything better to do than be on other people's property.
God bless you, sir.
Hey, where did it go?
Well, that's a tough
Wait,
one.
something's missing
Wouldn't get
here.
my hopes
It's
up.
clear as day. Someone must have stolen it.
Interesting.
Halt!
Easy! Surrender!
You've been... Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused. You'll pay a fine.
Restrain yourself. Let me inform you in good faith. If you think you can just give me a whipping, then you're...
Excuse me?
Only the heathens do that. We Christians apply the law justly. You are a good Christian, are you not?
Well, of course I am. But what am I...
First and foremost, you must inform the court scribe in Prague what misdemeanor has been committed, upon which he shall make...
You're having me on, right?
Well, according to the law... Look here.
All right then.
Naturally.
Who goes there? This place is off limits. What are you doing here? A good day to you?
Your butcher is gonna kill someone.
Our butcher?
That Pole who got drunk at the...
So what? He shouldn't have messed with his wife.
There's no proof of that. Come on, you're the bailiff. There's gonna be a murder. You have to put a stop to it.
Does he want to murder him somewhere in the village?
No.
Well, that's out of my jurisdiction.
Did anybody ask the butcher's wife what really happened? Maybe Ada really is innocent.
Why should I care about some stranger? He came here, caused nothing but trouble, and seduced someone's wife. Nobody will miss him.
So you won't do anything?
So do you want to tell me?
Not at all.
That's what I thought. Till we meet again. Go away. You can't be here. Put it back or I'll knock it out of your hand. Don't think I won't cut you to pieces. Stop hiding, you piece of shit!
He was a good man. Such a shame.
It was you!
You should have yielded. Now we'll display
Right,
your
but-
corpse on the pillory.
You won't surrender!
My humble respects.
Go! Go! Quick!
Panie, mój Boże, wysłuchaj mnie. Całe życie mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz. Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko raz wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up! No one can listen to your damn gibberish!
Twoja baba i tak do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
I'll shut that gob job of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło pochłonie!
Wait! Stop!
A co to za kutas?
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that? Do you know what that bastard did?
If you're talking about the rumors in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife, my Eva, eh? He should be glad we're only gonna hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
That scoundrel belongs to the Lord of Suchdal Fort.
What does he want with him?
He defiled the Lord's cook, 2 maids, the captain's wife, and stole a statue of the Madonna from the chapel, over which he then did all kinds of lewd acts. They're building a gallows for him at Suchdal.
But what about me? I want satisfaction too, or at least compensation.
You want to argue with Peter of Peaceck's armed men? They're already on their way.
As you wish, she's all yours. But the cow is mine, and she's coming with me.
Oh, fuck.
Get away with that
Put it
weapon!
away.
There. That's enough of that now.
Ała! Boli, boli, boli. Ah! Ała! Boli, boli, boli. Ah! O kurwa.
Why did you let him go?
O kurwa, było blisko.
Absolute saint.
O kurwa mać. Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. Ale teraz to sam bym wpierdolił tym gównojadom.
I reckon you want to know who I am, right? I'm Henry. Henry.
Heniek, a dlaczego ty mówisz do mnie jak do głupca?
Yes, that's me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje? To jeszcze go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja. Te kiepy niemyte ciągle się z nas śmieją. Kurwa mać, aż mnie świerzbią ręce. Hej, młody, daj mi jakąś broń.
Brony... What?
Broń! Rozumiesz?
A weapon? You want me to give you a weapon?
Tak, kurwa!
Well, you don't need a weapon right now. What for?
No jak to kurwa czemu?
You want revenge, right?
No gdzie tam ja? Spójrz na te gębusie. Czyż widziałeś kiedykolwiek człowieka bardziej miłującego pokój?
If you're playing innocent, you're not doing a great job. I'm not giving you anything. You can murder whoever you want in the Devil's Den, but now we need to go.
Ależ z ciebie jest cipa, wiesz? Gdyby to był Janosz, ten by mnie tak nie zostawił. A co z Janoszem? Przecież zostawiłem go tam na pastwę losu.
You mean Janos Uer? I saved him from the pillory a while ago.
O! Złaciutki! Kocham cię. Chodź ze mną. Musimy to opić w czartówce.
As you say, in the Devil's Den. That's where all of us are supposed to meet. Go ahead. I'll meet you there later.
Dobra, to tam się spotkamy. Kurwa, już się nie mogę doczekać jakiegoś ruchanka.
Ever again? If he's got anything in his noggin, he's not coming back.
Quick!
Go! Ja!
I heard that you might need a helping hand with the construction.
Me? Who told you that?
The innkeep in Shitaki. Said you were looking for some men there.
Really? I must have been completely under the table. Hiring men, that's none of my business.
So you don't have any work at all? I could do with a few groschen.
Not much on the construction site, but I might have something for you.
What's involved?
Just a little deal. Don't tell anyone, but I found a treasure map. It was hidden behind a wall in the cellar of the fortress here. Except it's no good to me. It's got some pictures and some scribbling, but I can't make head nor tail of it. The one thing I figured out is that the treasure is supposed to be buried in some mine shaft or something.
And what's that got to do with me?
Well, you look like a clever sort. If you can figure out the map, then the treasure's yours. I'll be happy to sell it to you.
Good day.
Well, then at least show it.
Nothing of the sort. If I show it to you, you'll
And what if you just gave me the map?
And I'm supposed to believe that? No chance. Pay me, and all the...
Fine.
For your mother to cook me a goose, what do you think?
But still.
Excellent. And don't worry, once you find that buried pot of gold, a handful of groschen...
I hope so.
To you two.
Good day.
I'd like a beer.
always welcome here, good. God bless. Good day.
At your service, sir.
Go!
Quick!
Ka! Ka! Ka!
Whoa!
You're always welcome, good sir.
My respects.
What will it be?
Are you in charge of the black market with horses?
Black market with horses? I am Boyar Stoya of Mondra, and my brother Mikol and I have been commissioned by King Sigismund to deal with the administration of equine matters, valid for Kuttenberg and its surroundings. Mangones officia, also known as Ars Mangonica, is otherwise banned in Hungary and Bohemia. Our job is to wipe out unnecessary trading in times of war.
And what does it involve? Being a horse trader in the region?
Hungary, Transylvania, even our home, Wallachia, unfortunately lack equus valdebonus. King Sigismund himself allowed us, the brothers of Mondra, to buy up Bohemian horses and export them. We buy Selati as well as Redari, meaning both riding, but due to the Emperor's current situation, we don't have as many groschen as when the city first came under siege.
Can I acquire a horse here?
Not usually. But as I am sure you know, Bohemia has been ransacked. Stables are demanding higher and higher prices for horses. But with Emperor Sigismund's blessing, I can offer Equus Magnus to knights who can't afford their full price. Which means that for a small fee, I can tame any horse you bring to me.
I see. If I wanted something like that, where should I...
Bring him over here to the flat.
I'll keep that in...
I'll have a look.
I hope you find what you're looking for next time.
You're acting like a child. Go and whistle somewhere else.
I'll have a look.
what can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
I'll have a look.
Nothing to your liking, sir? Lacho Jives. Sorodes?
I'll have a look. Word about the pro.
Aye. Thank you, sir, and come again.
My humble respects.
Let's talk about...
Oof. Latcha, I'll agree. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Good day to you.
Guten Tag.
I bear news from Sigismund's camp.
I was beginning to worry. Speak. Did you see Peter?
I'm very sorry, but I discovered that Peter is dead.
Peter is... I can't believe it.
I'm afraid it's true. I saw his body, but I had to find him myself. Laszlo didn't tell me a word.
He killed him. That son of a whore killed Peter.
The word is he died of a fever. That's what his fellow captive told me.
That's not important. That mangy, lying, Hungarian swine. He mustn't get away with it.
What do you want to... do?
Get revenge. Avenge Peter. Will you help me?
I've sent a few men like him to hell already.
Thank you, but we'll need more.
How do you want to do it?
We'll play along with Laszlo so he expects nothing. Did you agree on a place for the handover?
Aye. Somewhere beyond Horshan. Near the hill with the mill on top.
Very well. We'll draw that rat out of his camp. And then, the trap will be sprung.
I don't know of anyone who could help us.
I see. If you do think of anyone, try and ask them for help in my name. Once everything is ready, we'll meet here and then leave together.
Can we leave now to meet...
We can't just get up and go. We must send a message to the camp. Come back tomorrow. Best would be just before noon. Then there'll be enough time for everything.
got a new addition to the family. Is it a boy or a girl?
A bear cub?
A bear cub? You mean you found it somewhere?
It's a girl.
Greetings.
But she
How
came
are
out all
you?
hairy,
Servus.
like a black lamb.
That can happen. My younger brother was as hairy as Asa when he was born, but the baby will grow out of it soon enough.
I hope so. But at the christening, it'll look like you brought a puppy to church.
Better than having your baby.
May God give you health, sir. I should get going.
My respects.
Ja! Go! Go! Go!
Whoa!
Calm down. Surely there's a reasonable explanation for this.
You could stick your reason up your ass. I told you something like this would happen. We never should have stopped bringing the offerings.
Your offerings are a blasphemy before God, and this is his punishment. I won't stand for any heathen idolatry here, especially this close to the church.
What's going on here?
As you can see, something slaughtered all these cows.
Not just something. It was that creature from hell. I saw with my own eyes how it fled back to its hole in the mine.
Give it a rest, would you?
I won't. What'll happen when that monster comes for us next?
Seems we've been fortunate running into you then, eh?
I'm Henry of Scallis.
I'm Marion, the local priest. You look like someone who knows how to fight and isn't scared off all that easily. Just the kind of man for the job.
Tell me what happened from the beginning. What killed those cattle?
I was in my cottage when I heard such strange noises. It made my skin crawl. So I went out and saw this. And that beast what did it running away. How am I supposed to make a living now? These cows were my most treasured possessions.
What sort of strange noises did you hear? Can you describe them in some way?
It was like... someone dragging chains along the ground. Neither men nor wolves make them kinds of noises. And demons carry chains so they can catch sinners with them. Everyone knows that.
And what about you? Did you hear it too?
Unfortunately, no. I was in the church when Vladimir sent for me, saying they'd found those carcasses.
Didn't you say you saw someone running away from here?
Not someone, but something. A monster from hell itself.
Just an old wives' tale.
I swear by all that's holy, the beast ran from here straight back to the old mine.
What did the beast look like?
I only saw it from afar. But before it got lost in the thicket, I saw its giant pointed snout.
Couldn't it have just been an animal? Maybe a wolf or a boar?
Can't you see my poor girls here? What kind of wolf would leave wounds like these? Oh, and the monster ran on 3 legs.
3 legs?
Aye, as sure as my name's...
You mentioned a pit of hell.
That's just a local...
It's no... In the days when silver was mined here, terrible misfortune took place in the mine. A pit to hell itself opened.
The mine shuttering fell apart and the gallery collapsed.
Shuttering my arse! It was a pit to hell! Shuttering don't just blow up on its own. But hell didn't scare good old Father Richard, so he set off into the tunnels and struck a deal with them. Ever since then, we brought food to the mine for them every second Sunday, and they leave us in peace and...
Father Richard was a crackpot. You're lucky to finally have a normal priest here now.
A priest who forbade us from bringing the offerings, and now you can both see where...
Has anyone actually looked around in the mine?
Only old Father Richard. Nobody else has ever had the courage. The very mine shaft stinks like hell itself. So, we only ever lower a bucket down with the offering, and then clear...
After the cave-in, the miners left to work in Grund. Seems they'd no longer felt the vein was worth the trouble.
When did all this happen?
It's got to be at least 5 years now.
And you've been taking food there ever since?
That's right. And nothing's ever happened until now.
Where's Father Richard now?
He returned to his maker not long ago. And now I preach here, and the moment I caught word of that foolish superstition, I put a...
And you can see what that...
It's only happenstance. This isn't the first, nor the last time that wolves dare to vent...
Vladimir's right. I don't know what could have done it, but wolves don't make those kind of wounds.
You hear that, Father?
Tell me something about yourselves, so I know who I have the honor of speaking to.
Like I said, I'm Marion, and I come to Old Kutnut.
Aren't you,
I finished my trivium at Prague University last year, and I wanted to continue. But my father decided I'd had enough education and found me a place in the order in Sedlets. So, now I implement my theological learning in this lovely county as a preacher.
I'm Vladimir, the mine foreman. I'm the eldest of everyone here, and the people actually respect me, unlike this here...
This whole thing is very odd.
The massacre of those cattle is a horrible thing, but the heresy that's been tolerated here on account of the former priest is even worse.
Old Father Richard would chase you out of town, you stuffed frock!
Marion may be young, but he's still a priest, and he deserves a bit of respect.
Thank you, Henry. Since you're the only one here uninvolved, I'd like you to go into the old mine and discover the truth of this old wives' tale.
And while you're there, take some peace offering with you. Otherwise, I wouldn't even dare going.
What am I to do with you? All right. Henry, you'll do just as those wretches did before you, and then wait to see if any
Wait for demons! You want to send...
Don't listen to him, Henry. But before you go through the mine, we'll have a look around the village. Then we'll all meet at the entrance to the mine.
All right, I'll help you. A bit of food will do. Here you go. We always lowered the food down in a bucket. The main thing is not to go down the shaft yourself.
Don't be frightened. It's just an old shaft.
You'll find it to the west of here. The whole area's deserted and most of the entrances are blocked off. You go past the mine buildings until you reach the one that's collapsed to the ground. The mine entrance is next to it. Good luck, lad.
God be with you.